Gemini, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 5th to the 11th of August. Hope you're doing well and hope you have a lovely reading. Here is your overall energies, your karmic path on your relationship side, karmic path on your financial side, and then we have the influences from the universe of how the universe is trying to encourage your pathway through coincidences and the greater energies. And then we have your connection to the past, how you got to where you are, what sort of information you can take from the past to help you in your future. And here's your future self of how you're willing yourself on, basically, with your guides as well, sort of saying, giving you heads up on where you're heading. And then we have out the top the lessons that could be learned from this week. So let's just go in and see what's going on with your reading, shall we? A general energy here. Across relationship side, it's the energy is spread evenly from past to future, karmic path, universal connection. It's almost as if, like, you know, you've got a not a lull, but you're very happy or calm with any sort of thing that's being thrown your way. And I think you should be really looking at sort of opening up and pushing in a particular direction more than anything else. But it seems to be like this, everything seems to be in place for you to take this springboard forward. On your financial side, there's something from the universe, and it's also to do with your how you do this week. There seems to be like a lot of clarification that needs to be happening financially within your life. And this could be about buying a new house or renovating a house or selling a house, moving somewhere, getting a new job, starting a new business or anything like that. And I think there's a lot of positioning that needs to be done on your side more than anything else. There is a lot of victories, yeah. I think everything is in place on your relationship side in order for you to have this victory. And also in your financial side, you're starting on a victorious journey that I think this is where you should be very attentive to what is going on in the world around you. Once you realize of what's going on around you, you'll see those opportunities. And it's now a question of how you engage in that. And that's the decisions you need to be taking into this week, I think, financially. But it will bring you results, I feel. It's very, very powerful thing going on there. Let's just see what's going on the relationship side. The universal energy is definitely very, very powerful. A lot more powerful than the karmic path, and it sort of plays into that universal energy, and it comes out the top of here about how you interact with the world that is around you, how you take it to the next level. Your past is playing into the 6 of Wands, so it's obviously you've got everything within your past now to have success. If you imagine, like, it depends on where you start from in life, you know, or where you are at the moment. You know, if you've had a catastrophic relationships over the past year or 2 years or whatever it is, obviously you're starting from a place where it's quite easy to get success. And if you realize that, then it should be quite a good laugh getting success out of things. There is things that are going to go wrong, but at the same time, you know, you can really, it's a lot easier to see that pathway towards your happiness. And your future self is definitely playing out to the future. It's asking you to get on that horse and go after your victory, basically, and be the shining example. The lessons that you're taking from this week. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. There's also a degree here of never loved and lost. I keep forgetting what that phrase is all about. You know, who has never loved and lost was never loved at all. That sort of thing. And you know, I think it's a case of just take the weight off your shoulders, Gemini. Don't worry about it. You know, fall in love. If you want to fall in love, fall in love. Or don't fall in love if you don't want to fall in love. Whatever it is, whichever direction you wish to take, or if you want to fall out of love, fall out of love. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It may have been painful, or it may be painful at the moment, but it's a passing phase as long as you concentrate on that victory. And I think you know, I do think that the pain is in your past, Gemini. I really think the pain is in your past. And you've got to stop looking at that pain as if it's going to catch you up again. You've got to really let go and go forward to the future more than anything else. On your karmic path, and this plays into the universal energies, you get the Five of Swords. So it's a case of going out into the world and choosing, you know, not to be involved in any conflicts more than anything else. You get the Queen of Swords that comes in from the universe. I picked these two cards up together because the karmic path was playing into this. So if you walk away from any conflict situations with any of your relationships, that is part of your victory. And it will mean that you are taking a direction. And the moment you take a direction, and it is tied into the final card that comes out the top, the moment you take a direction in your life, the universe will then understand what you need. Therefore, it can respond exactly for what it tailor-made the advice or the coincidences within your life, so you can get that success. You know, yeah, it's quite mad. Saying goodbye to that. It's playing into the Six of Wands here, and it's like it's saying goodbye to any repetitive nightmare. And I think this is what I was saying here about earlier on as well. There's a lot of swords going on here, and obviously you're an air sign, so you should be able to deal with this. But in your past, I think it's a case now of not repeating the same mistakes. And the reason we don't repeat the same mistakes is because we concentrate on where we're going. And once you get this passion within you for where you're going, that's when you can let go of any, you'll recognize it when people are, you know, trying to do you wrong or, you know, not respecting you nicely. And look at that, your future self, you get the Nine of Wands. 2 nines on the table, which is quite amazing, because 9 is the pinnacle number. This is a real pinnacle place within your life. As I said, it's evenly spread across the board here. And I think it's a case of now everything is in place. What are you going to do with it? Now that you found love, what are you going to do with it? You know, 10 of Pentacles. I've forgotten what I said, what the message was. You'll know what it is. But it's, once you start going into that future, you're going to realize, actually, you have everything. You have a lot more power over your future than you believe. And once you take yourself away from those conflicts and start choosing a direction that you wish to go through to, you can get rid of those repetitive nightmares, which could be very helpful in your future as healthy boundaries. And all of a sudden, you're going to realize in the future, you have everything that you need for you to take on that direction. And I think the universe is actually waiting for you to believe in yourself. Let's have a look what's going on the financial side. Very similar sort of thing here. The karmic message is playing into the universal energies, and the universal energies is playing really into your future. And I think this is part of that victory as well. It's a long-term plan or long-term ambition that you've now got to go off on. And it should be a very long-term ambition. It could be something that you thought you'd wanted to do 20, 30 years ago. And now you've got the opportunity to do it. So go ahead and do it. Your past self, it's dependable. That's what it is. You have a lot of dependable experience to guide you going forward. That's what the past is all about. Your future self is pulling into this opportunity. Is pulling into this ultimate victories. And the general outcome for that, the lessons to be learned out of this week, I've been getting this lesson for you a long time now. And I don't want to keep repeating it because it's getting a bit annoying for me, and it must be annoying for you as well. Is why wait? Why wait? Life is for living, Gemini. Really live it. I think you'll be so much happier when you do. Even if it doesn't go perfectly as you desired, I think you will enjoy the challenge. I think you will enjoy creating I think you will enjoy the results as well, because you know, when you go into something, you really go into something, Gemini. And I think you'll get some very good results out of it more than anything else. Let's just see what's going on the, yeah, this is a judgment. So you got this on your karmic path. It plays into the universal energies. The universal energies are playing into your future, majorly into your future. It's about a judgment. It's on your karmic path to realize, to have this ascension moment, to take on that realization. And why wait? Why wait? And I think this is what's waking up within you. Yeah, it's a tower moment. Everybody's been getting the tower moments. Do not worry about it. I think you're realizing, I think from your financial side, I think you're realizing that actually, yeah, why not? Why not be successful? And this is a breakdown. The universe is opening up something in the future, but in order to do that, I think you need to change the way in which you believe in yourself. It was that came out of there, believe in yourself, something like that. You know, it's a way in which you believe in yourself. It's breaking down of old belief systems or old structures or sort of power structures. And it's shaking it all down and sort of saying, you know, and making new rules, basically. King of Pentacles. Yes, look at that. You know, King of Pentacles is all about knowledge and understanding. That's what I said on there. You've got everything. You've got a huge amounts of solid experiences to really help and guide you going forward. And I would sit in that power. And this is driving a belief system in yourself, believing in you. Look at that, death and rebirth. Gee whiz. Look at that. Gemini, time to wake up and smell the success. That's what it's all about, Gemini. Time to wake up and smell the success. Your future self, you get the death and rebirth card. This is all about that opportunity, because it's playing into that, and it's creating this scenario within you. And I think it's time to start believing in yourself. And why not now? Why not? Why wait? The Hermit, you know, has spent a lot of time on his own, learning a lot. And now it's a case of following that star card, that star that is in his lantern, and going after your dreams and your aspirations more than anything else. Gemini, it looks really good on both sides. It just needs a bit of self-conviction more than anything else. Self-conviction. Absolutely brilliant. You know, yeah. with Light Seer's card, sorry, with the overall energies here, you get the Queen of Cups. We're just doing a bit of clarification now. The Queen of Cups, the Ace of Cups. This is a victory that tastes so sweet because I think you are creating it. You're putting all your heart's desires into place. And I think this is also what you're doing in your financial side and on your relationship side. You've got everything in place now, and it's now a case of going out there, choosing that pathway that corresponds to you, so you can actually finally give your heart freely to another person. On your relationship side, talking about that, on your karmic path, with the Five of Swords, you get the Two of Swords. Yes, there is a big decision that you need to take, and it's about you. It's about how you engage in life. It's about how you allow other people to dictate your destiny, and how you shouldn't be doing that. You know, it's all very well skipping down a path hand in hand with someone else. But if you're being pushed down a pathway by someone, I don't think that's a good idea. And I think that's where the repetitive nightmare thing is coming to an end. You are choosing a direction. Yes. The moment you realize that you have the ultimate amount of, you have the ultimate abundance that is within you, and trusting yourself and going for it, this is when you makes you incredibly powerful. And controlling what happens in your life, basically, on an emotional front. And I think it's really sets you free more than anything else. Yeah, with the past here, there's a lot of angst and stuff like that. As I said, I think in the past, it's not in the future. In the past, you know, you might have been with someone who ripped you to shreds. You know, and it's difficult to see who you are now because that person ripped you to shreds. And that's where you're going to get healthy boundaries, and you should be realizing, kind of going, oh, this person's trying to manipulate at me, actually trying to, you know, push me in a direction that I don't necessarily want to go to. And this is where, once you do, this is where you have complete control over your future. This is where you're deciding your future and you are taking the pathway. And this golden nugget that comes out of it provides a lot of converting that 9 of swords into the 9 of wands. There's a lot of healthy boundaries come in, and you're going to notice these victories. And when you start applying them in your life, that's when you're really going to start noticing it. And you have that abundance of love within you with the 10 of Pentacles. If you want to be in love, I would start putting down some ground rules, basically. If I was you, with the 10 of Pentacles, you get the 10 of Cups. It can be so beautiful. It really does depend on you to take this direction more than anything else. Stop beating yourself up, Gemini. Allow happiness to live in your life after difficulty. It will be absolutely brilliant. Let's see what's going on your financial side, because that, you know, that's also where it's really happening as well. Everything seems to be happening for you. Look at this. Look at this. It's just phenomenal. You can manifest this ultimate future. Basically, you're in a position here at the moment in this week where you can start applying a lot of believing in yourself. And once you're believing in yourself, that's when you can really apply a lot of beautiful things in your life. And you can set yourself free from anything from the past that has just been really holding you back. And that could have been on the personal level. Maybe that's where the clarification needs to happen, so it just frees you up on your financial side. Well, with this Tower moment here, you get the 9 of Pentacles. I honestly believe this Tower moment is a really important thing. And it could be, say, like you've separated with someone and finally you get down to dealing with the finances and you get all the administration absolutely clear. That could well be that Tower moment that's then freed you up and allowed you to really focus on life going forward and seeing what is good for you, basically. A complete and utter revisiting of all the, you know, the power structures and the belief systems of how you believe in yourself. With the King of Pentacles, that abundance, yeah, it can play both ways. I think in the past, you had a tendency to maybe overthink things, trying to get too many little things in place, which stop the flow of creativity of your business, of your projects, of your desires or goals within your material world. And that knowledge of all those little bits are still there. They haven't gone anywhere. But now you can actually do it without having to look at them because you know they're in place. You know, it's like you've done a lot of work in the past that didn't allow you to move forward because you were doing that work. But now that work is done. Once you apply it to the business going forward, you will cover all the bases and you will really help you to step into your power because of work that you've done in the past. Death and rebirth, this is your future. You get the Queen of Wands. I think with the delight of what this project is bringing you, or the business that is bringing you, or whatever, or the career path that is bringing you, the delight of all the possibilities within there is really striking the success of your heart's desires. And this is where you should be really looking to the future, sort of saying, this is all new because of this. Because of this Tower moment, because you're now starting to believe in yourself. It's a bit like Neo out of the Matrix, you know, and sort of kind of going, he's starting to believe in himself. You know, it's very much along those sort of lines more than anything else. Look, this is brilliant. The Hermit spends all his time looking for information about oneself. So he investigates both sides of his life, the yin and the yang, the sunny and the shadow side of oneself. The Hermit has the most rounded understanding of life out of all the cards for me. You know, it's not the most excitable card, like running around like a headless chicken. And there is a lot of information that has come out of that. Overthinking in the past, entrapment of yourself in the past. A lot of that has created this scenario here. But it's also created a lot of information, a lot of solutions and focal point. It's very much like this card here. It allows you to give you a real sort of focal point. Look at that on that card there. It gives you a real focal point of where you're going. And it invigorates a whole new type of energy within your life. And once you do invest in that, it's gonna take you away from any complications you might have had within your relationship side as well. It's gonna help both sides. And both sides seems to be helping each other here. But definitely self-belief is the order of the week, I think, more than anything else, Gemini. There you go. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you're enjoying the energy videos that we're putting up. There'll be more of them coming up in the future. Yeah, thank you very much for all the support you give to this channel through any which way you see fit through the YouTube system. Thank you very much. Don't forget, you know, in the meantime, until I see you again, life should be fun. So please do enjoy.